We at Black Eagle feel very strongly about malware and what's happening in the market. For the one reason, the one reason only, people aren't really explaining it. So what's happening is people are getting a whole lot of phishing mail attempts, and what's happening is because we aren't investing enough interest in people and enough time in people, they're not able to understand whether they should or shouldn't be opening mails, for instance. If you look at a few incidences we've had, let's start off with WannaCry virus. The WannaCry outbreak was just an open SSL issue, and once again, just a patch. People weren't prepared to run patches and left everyone vulnerable. I feel very strongly about that. You know, patch and patch management, whether it be for a Windows system or for a Linux system, is critically important. Run your patches. If you look at what happened yesterday with Bad Rabbit in Russia, once again, it was a third party, a contractor, somebody tied into a company, and this outbreak has once again, it's gone throughout Ukraine and Russia, and it's spreading. You know, the thing is, take it back to WannaCry, Petabyte, not WannaCry, you know, whatever. These viruses are 90% of the time to do with third party. It's to do with open source stuff. It's to do with SSL certificates. It's to do with not running your updates. Take it seriously. Do your updates. If that's the only thing you do to circumvent a malware attack, just circumvent it by doing your updates. The other part we as Black Eagle feel very strongly about is social engineering. Once again, it boils down to the people and the education of people. What would happen is, now we've had a situation in South Africa where 33 million, now yesterday 75 million people's deeds information have been exposed. And this means ID number, date of birth, where you live, what your bond value is, your medical aid information, your spouse, your children. That information can be used to do anything. One of the things you could do is you could phone a long-term or perhaps a short-term insurance broker. You can phone up, say, "Hi, it's me." You can impersonate being somebody else. You're able to tell them that you might not have the same number that you used initially when you signed up. They will quite happily update your details. You'll also tell them that you do have the date of birth, you do have an ID number. Why? Because you're sitting with one of the 75 million records that are out there in the public domain. So now, yes, we've got Home Affairs involved, and I understand that, and that's great. However, once information's out in the World Wide Web, it's there for life. And the company where this information was obtained was a real estate company called Jigsaw. They should be responsible and accountable. However, because POPI, which is the personal protection of information, is not out yet, people aren't taking this seriously, and nobody is really being held accountable. So impersonating somebody else, probably the easiest form of social engineering. You don't know, you phone someone in a call center and you hell of a sweet to them. In fact, they'll update the information for you because you've already given them the right information. So instead of them sending you a verification code to your email address, they're going to use the email address which you've given to them. You're going to give them an email address, they're going to say it's not correct, and then they're going to move on to, oh, what is your postal address? You're going to tell them, because you've got the deeds information in front of you, and they'll say, great, and then they'll go back and then they'll change your Gmail address to your email address, send you the OTP code, send you the verification code, and you know what? Guess what? You've taken over somebody else's personal short-term insurance. Then you know everything about that person, and you can work your way from there. Work your way into anything. Once you've cloned and start becoming, you can take out contracts, you can start impersonating other people, and in fact, you can get yourself into a lot of trouble. So as Black Eagle Consulting, we take this very seriously, and would love to get the opportunity of being able to show you how simple it actually is to circumvent. Thank you.